Hello everyone and welcome to February! Yeah, the January went by really fast now that I'm thinking about it. And the end of another month means that once again we get to talk about what I was loving and what I was hating during the month of January. Oh, you guys, honestly, it was a lot of mediocrity. I've got a lot of mediocre products here on the pyramid. Really sad. I've got one product that I absolutely fell in love with. I've got a couple products that are pretty freaking good, but not perfect. And I've got a bunch of products that were just kind of okay. I've also got a couple products that were awful. But overall, I've got a pyramid. We're gonna go from my least favorite product to my top favorite product that I was using in the past month here. I'm excited to go through it with you guys. I'm excited to get rid of some of this stuff now that the month is over. And I'm just excited to sit down and have a little chit chat with y'all. So let's go ahead. Let's sing the song together and then we can start climbing. See what I decided to put on the pyramid this month. It's the best and worst of beauty. Whether good or bad, here's the down and dirty. First off, worst product. I don't remember the last time I've tried a foundation this bad. It's pretty bad. I have got the Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation. Now, I talked about it in the video where I reviewed this, so I'm not going to go on it too much. I do always, sometimes I'll throw a card up in the corner, but I always have products down below listed, and then also the review video if I did a review video on the product if you want a more in-depth view on this stuff. But this foundation, oh my gosh, it caused so much drama here in the beauty community for so many different reasons that I thought were so blown out of the water, but when it came down to it, this foundation really does suck. It's really not good. I don't know who this would work for because all the YouTubers, I feel like the big YouTubers out there that tried this out as PR and whatnot, they have very dry skin, and then I have very oily skin. Didn't work for them, didn't work for me. Maybe it would work for normal skin, but I just don't think this would really work on anyone. It's just a weird foundation. It's really, really full coverage. It is one of the most lightweight foundations I have ever worn. I do have to give it that credit, but it's very mask-like. It sits on top of the skin. I didn't hate the way that this looked for the first few-ish hours that I had this on, but once my oil started coming through, it just broke this down like crazy. It was, I know, I'm sorry, even the foundation is like, I can't take this criticism anymore, get me out of here. You'll be gone very soon, don't worry. But yeah, it broke down, it transferred, it was just not a good foundation overall. So that was a bummer. And it's over, I mean, 18 bucks for this? I wouldn't even pay $5. Heck, I wouldn't even pay $1. And next product on the bottom of the pyramid here, I've got another foundation for you guys that I thought there might be a saving grace for it, but I've been trying it and overall I just don't care for this foundation. This is the Sephora Full Coverage Long Lasting Matte Perfection Foundation. I'd rather wear this than the Morphe foundation, but overall I just didn't like it. I feel like when I first applied it, it does have a very natural look to it, but it's still super full coverage. But overall, it does the same thing as the Morphe where it just breaks down with my oils, it transfers, it just... I don't know. I was thinking I could use it as a matte mix-in, but overall, I don't even want to bother with it. It's just, I really didn't like it. It really was not for me. Now, the third thing on the bottom of the pyramid here, it's another thing. I mean, I always want products to work out, but this one, it just didn't for me. This is the Joah Truly Yours Dark Circle Concealer. I have got the shade Natural Ivory. This is a click-up concealer. It's CVS exclusive, right? Oh, that's funny. This is inspired by K-Beauty, but it's manufactured in New York, but it's made in Korea. Ha! Anyways, I had hopes for this. After filming my Joah first impressions video, I thought this might be the one product out of the 3 face products that I tried that might have been okay, but I've been trying it and I don't like it. It's fine, it really does initially brighten underneath the eyes very well, but it's just quite liquidy, and it doesn't ever really seem to dry down, and that makes it really, really creasy underneath my eyes, just like constantly throughout the day. So overall, it's just I would much rather use my Kaja under eye concealer. I love that stuff. It's so good, and this just, it doesn't even begin to compare. I just really didn't work out. And the last product on the bottom of the pyramid here, you guys, this was something that I had gotten in a BoxyCharm that I used wrong. I didn't even think to read the instructions because I thought it was going to be just like everything else, but it was a reminder to self, Cassie, instructions, they're usually there for a reason. That being said, now that I've been trying it the correct way, I still don't like it. But it is better than I initially thought. This is the Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt-Away Cleansing Balm. It's made exclusively for BoxyCharm. I thought this was just, you know, a makeup cleansing balm, which it is, and it's green. It's got a nice light citrus scent to it, which I really like. But this, I feel like most cleansing balms, they're more of like a solidified oil. This is like a cream with oiliness to it. It's a little strange, and you just apply it on, I guess, wherever you want to remove your makeup. But it says that even the boldest and long wear makeup wipes right off. I disagree. I still have trouble even like with this mascara that I'll show you a little cutaway of this being used on this mascara. This is not a waterproof mascara that I'm wearing, and usually I can remove it very easily with my Pond's Cold Cream, but this stuff still has problems with it. I basically just take some of this and rub it on my eyes at the end of the night and then use my wet makeup eraser and try and rub it away that way, because you're supposed to use a wet washcloth to get this stuff off. That's where I went wrong when I initially tried this. I think I just used a dried cotton round or something, but either way, it just doesn't, it takes a lot of work. I feel like it's a rubby tuggy on my eyes, and I miss my Pond's Cold Cream. But I figure I should use this up. I mean, it's fine. I can use it up. It's just not great. At least I don't like it. Plus, if you get this stuff in your eye, at least for me, it really hurts, and it like takes, you know, your mascara and stuff with it, so you just get all these scratchy bits in your eye. So I have to be very careful when I use this, because that's just not pleasant for anyone, especially not for me. I think it's only unpleasant for me, to be honest. Moving on up here to the second to the top, no it's not, to the second tier of the pyramid, I have got another product that I guess I had never showcased in. I was thinking about maybe including it in the video, but I just thought the video was going to get too long. When I made the Joah face products review video, I had also ordered their eyeliners, their 2 eyeliners, because they got really, really good reviews and people just said that they are phenomenal. This one in particular is the I'm So Fly Liner brush tip eyeliner, and I thought I would like it. I mean, it's okay. It's not the worst eyeliner I've ever tried, but it's also not the best. I much prefer, if we're talking drugstore anyways, the Physicians Formula, the one that comes in, I think it's called like the 3-in-1 boost or something. It comes in a silver tube. I much prefer that one. This one I do like for some reasons. It is nice and matte black, which I really like, and you can get it to be nice and pigmented, but with some eyeshadows, for whatever reason, it can go on really sheer on top of them, like more metallic ones. I feel like this really only works either if I'm not wearing eyeshadow or if I have on like a satin or a matte eyeshadow. Anything else, and this just does not go well over it. And I just find that the brush tip on this isn't the greatest at doing a wing. It's okay, I just feel like my wing always turns out a lot thicker with this, the way that I apply my pen liner, my ink liner, and overall the lasting power is pretty good, but if you touch your eye even in the slightest, at least for me, this does smudge off. So like I said, it's not the worst. I'll probably keep this and use it up, but overall I have other eyeliners that I much prefer over this one, so I guess I just personally didn't really see the hype behind this. Now next up, you guys, oh my god, I was so bummed, and I still am bummed. I think I'm in the denial stage of grieving this product. I don't remember when it was, if I had some sort of like 20% off coupon at Sephora or something, but I decided I wanted to treat myself and I wanted to treat myself to a NARS eyeshadow duo because I really like NARS. I really feel like I rarely try something from NARS where I'm like, ew. I feel like that's mainly reserved for things like their foundations and concealers. Those can be hit or miss for me, but like their shadows, their blushes, powder products, I guess, I feel like never let me down. You guys, this eyeshadow has let me down, this duo, and I'm so sad about it. This is the duo Kalahari 2 and Kalahari 1. I think it's just Kalahari is the duo's name, and it's so gorgeous. I love the two colors in here. I just wanted this as like a one and done type of a little duo palette, you know? I mean, I could wear these together, I guess, but really this I just wanted as like if I'm just wearing one eyeshadow color. I can just dip my finger in, rub it on, and then go, because these two colors are two colors that I do that with a lot. And upon first touch and first swatch, heavenly, just smooth, silky, creamy delight, lovely NARS quality shadow. The packaging I feel like they've updated. It's a lot more angular, I guess, of a rectangle. They used to be quite rounded, but I love the packaging. Unfortunately, this formula, you guys, I don't know what it is or what I'm doing wrong or like what's going on in general, but no matter what I do, I've tried so many different ways to make this work. It creases on me by the end of the day, and it creases quite noticeably and quite badly. The best I've gotten it to work is if I use an eyeshadow primer and then use a paint pot from MAC and then use one of these shadows on top of it. If I'm going for a one shadow look, that's too many steps. Way too many steps. I don't mind applying an eyeshadow primer because I always have to wear an eyeshadow primer, but to have to put on a paint pot and then this, it's real frustrating. But like any other cream shadows that I've tried, don't work. Any of the ones like from Revlon or Maybelline or whatever else, or Mercier, have not gotten it to work with these shadows. It just still ends up really creasy. I've tried these shadows on their own and they're a super duper creasy mess. I've tried it with just eyeshadow primer, with just cream shadow, with combinations of the two, etc, etc, and I can't get these to not crease by the end of the day, and it makes me so sad because like I said, these colors, you guys, they're so pretty. I mean, you can see the one that I have Kalahari 2 on my lids today, and like, look at those colors. They're gorgeous, they're perfect. Oh, I needed that for future reference for you guys, but like, look at those, just gorgeous and so perfect for one and done eyeshadow looks, except for the fact that they crease. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, you guys. Maybe NARS formulated these so that they only work if you use the NARS eyeshadow primer. That would be a bummer. Either way, I'm just real disappointed. I'm probably gonna keep this and suffer through working with it because I'm kind of a sadist in that sense. I suppose I would be both a sadist and a masochist in that sense with some of my makeup products, but yeah, overall, you guys, makes me real sad. Now next up here, last thing on the second tier of the pyramid, this product, it's alright. I don't hate it. It's not the best, but it really does not offend me at all in the slightest. Especially, I think it's just gonna be good in the winter. I can't see this working as well on my face in the summer when it's hot outside, but certainly now, you know, in the fall, winter, even, you know, early spring months, I'm gonna be just fine using up this powder. This I had gotten in a boxy charm. This is the Pretty Vulgar The Powder Room Matte About It Translucent Setting Powder. First off, you guys, I love the packaging. I feel like people are very split on Pretty Vulgar packaging. Either they think it's super tacky or they think it's really pretty. I fall somewhere in the middle in that I think it's super tacky, but I think it's super cute. So it's just gonna come down to a level of taste. I feel like usually I think this stuff is just tacky, but for whatever reason, Pretty Vulgar, I really like their packaging on most of their products, and I love that it comes with a little pink poof. I do wish that both of my fingers could fit in here, but maybe that's just, I maybe just have some fat fingers, but I love the poof. I love just using that to get all the residual powder in here, and then I smush that into my oily spots on my face, which is most of my face, and then I go in with some residual powder on a powder brush and just wipe that all over my face, get the pressed stuff to buff out and just get powder everywhere. And you can definitely see that it took my foundation from a more dewy, natural type of a finish to a matte finish, but a natural matte finish. I think it looks so pretty. This does not keep me oil free all day by any means, but it is good for like touching up throughout the day. It doesn't make my makeup look cakey. It's really lightweight. It is translucent. I don't feel that it gives me any sort of a white cast, and overall I just think it makes my skin look really pretty. Like I said, it's not my favorite setting powder. I have used better or ones that I like more, but certainly on days like if I'm wearing a super matte foundation and I don't want to wear a super matte powder on top because my favorite powder is a super matte powder, then this is perfect because it doesn't add like a hyper matte setting to my face. It just leaves a natural matte. Just it's really light and pretty, and just I've been enjoying it. It's been all right. Now moving on up to the second to the top tier of the pyramid, actually this time, I have got a foundation that I've been wearing most of the month, aside from those other couple that I mentioned and, you know, a couple other that I've tested for the channel, but I have got this foundation here, and a lot of you in my foundation primer concealer declutter were a little confused because I said I was probably going to be decluttering this after I reviewed it for you guys. It's not that it's a bad foundation if you have oily skin. I think if you have dry or combo or normal skin, this is really going to work for you, and I do think it is worth the hype. If you have oily skin though, it's not perfect, and I really cannot see this working in any months outside of the cold/cool months. Like, if it's going to be anything above 50 degrees, at least for me and my body temperature needs, this is not going to be something I would ever want to reach for. It just ends up breaking down and transferring and that sort of a thing. Granted, it does so very gracefully, like not at all in the sense that like the Morphe one came off on me, but I also feel like this, I liken it a lot to the Bobbi Brown foundation that I really love. So if you're looking for a drugstore dupe, you might want to look into this. I feel like the Bobbi Brown one that I love performs better, and so it is more worth the price. But if you're looking for a drugstore option, I do think this would be a good one. It does oxidize on me, this foundation. I do have to use a white mix-in medium, but you can see, I think, on my hand there with some of the leftover foundation residually, it oxidizes quite deeply. I would say at least a shade or two on me. Which, like, is it the end of the world? No, it's just something to note. I'm just trying to be a little bit better, at least, about some of my products. I mean, like, I'm keeping that NARS eyeshadow duo when really I could declutter that, but I'm trying to be better about things like foundation and stuff where it's like, it's not that this is a bad foundation, it's just I have something else that I know I would reach for more, and I do reach for more, so why not give this to someone that it might work on, you know what I mean? So overall, it's a good foundation. Is it perfect on me or oily skin? No, absolutely not. However, it's still quite nice. I do think it gives a nice natural look to the skin. It blends really perfectly and easily. It is very lightweight, and before I get oily, it's like, you know, transfer proof and stuff, but it's just with my oils. I did purchase the matte version of this as well, so I am excited to test that out with you guys very soon. Now, second to the top product on the pyramid here, you guys, we are going into very happy times. This is something that I and my hair have been adoring this month. Oh, you guys, I really like this stuff. This is the Redken Curvaceous Wind Up Energizing and Texturizing Spray with Curl Memory Complex. I don't know, I was just looking for something new to try in my hair. So Ulta was doing, I think it was buy two get the third free on Redken products. So I was like, okay, it's got really good reviews online. Like, I may as well try a few things out. So I got the conditioner, I got this, and I got another product that I haven't tried yet. The conditioner's fine. I would never purchase it again. But this stuff, oh my gosh, if you can't tell by the fact that I've almost gone through half the bottle, I just douse my hair in this. It is So nice. I love the smell of it. It's like kind of tropical-y. So I feel like it's got like maybe a hint of coconut. Yeah, it's kind of pina colada-y. So if you don't like coconut, you might want to try smelling it before purchasing it yourself. I personally really like the scent, and I find that the scent is very light. It is not heavy at all, and it really doesn't linger. At least I don't think so. But this stuff just works so well in my hair. My curls just drink this stuff up. I use it almost every day. I mean, I use it on days when I get out of the shower, just a little tiny spritz, not a ton of it, just a few in my hair when it's still wet. Give it a good scrunch with some curling mousse and let it do its thing. But I really love it on second day hair. I use a mix of, like, I just use a spritzer bottle of water and douse my hair in that for the most part, and then put another few spritz of this into my hair, into the ends. And my hair, like, it's so curly and happy. Like, this is mostly my natural texture. I had to go in, like, up in here just a little bit because those were not curling properly, but aside from that, like, my curls just love this stuff. It is so good. It's just like ever so slightly sticky when you put it in, and so it really feels like your curls are gonna do well, but once you have it in, it is weightless and just, it's really nice. I really love this stuff. I think it's really good. Can I say anything else about you other than I love you? I don't know that I can. It's real good stuff. I know that I can. Red can. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Now, top of the pyramid, you guys. Oh, I don't know if I just love this so much because I was trying so many awful and mediocre products this month, but for some reason, I just love this product, and I didn't think I was going to. I thought it was gonna be a mediocre product slash maybe even a bad product, but this has become one of my favorite blushes ever. I love this blush, you guys. This is the Too Faced Fruit Cocktail Blush Duo in the shade Strawberry. First off, Too Faced did send this to me for review, or at least in hopes of a review, just so you guys know, but not guaranteed to get a review out of me, and certainly not guaranteed to get a good review out of me, but this is actually, I really like it. I love the packaging. I think it is adorable. So cute. I also love the shape of this. It's just a little something different. I mean, it's a square, but then it's got the corner cut off, and that's where the magnet is. It's got that beautiful magnetic closure, but also the mirror portion, it does tilt however you want it, which I think is great. And then on the inside, you've got your mirror, and you've got a duo blush here. So you've got a shiny one and then more of a satiny one. And by shiny, I mean there are glitter particles on this side, but on the other side there is not. I personally just like getting it very even. I think you can kind of tell on there that I just dip my brush right in the middle, so I get kind of a half and half situation for my face, and then I dust it on. There might be like a couple flecks of glitter. Yeah, there's a few, but it's so subtle. It's so subtle you hardly notice it. It's not anything like, you know, the NARS Super Orgasm blush or anything. It's just a subtle little twinkle, and I think it looks gorgeous. I mean, I really love it on top of the highlighter that I've been wearing this month, which I know I didn't mention, but it is my love, my life. It's the Dior highlighter that I really love. I think this paired on top of it is just so pretty. It's so glowy, and I just love the buildability of this. It goes on so nice and sheer, but like just pigmented enough so you can build it up if you want, but you can wear it sheer. It lasts all day on me. Like, overall, just a delight. It does have a scent to it, which I could take or leave this scent personally. It kind of smells, oh, what are those things called? Runts? It kind of smells like runts to me. It's not the worst. It's just, I think Too Faced has made better smells, but I don't think it's a bad smell at all. And the smell does go away. It's just when you're applying this, you can smell it. But overall, oh, I would recommend this blush. I am very tempted to order some of the other shades. I think they've got like 4 or 5 of these little duos. I could be remembering incorrectly, but either way, this one in particular, oh, it's gonna pain me to put this away to rotate out another blush for next month, but oh, you will forever be in my heart and in my makeup drawer. I love you. So yeah, there you go, you guys. There you have it. There is my best and worst of beauty for the month of January 2019. What? 1 month down, you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying your 2019 so far. I think I am. I don't feel like anything horrible has happened this past month, so fingers crossed and knock on wood that that continues throughout the year here. Definitely let me know in the comments down below, A, what were your best and worst of beauty products that you were using this past month, and then B, let me know if you have tried out any of the products that I mentioned and how do you feel about them. Did you love some of the stuff that I hated, vice versa, etc, etc. I love hearing from you guys and cooking up a nice old casserole of comments down in the comments section below. You can also let me know if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful by giving me a thumbs up down below. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!